got about 4 or 5 more asanas to do with you. So keep allowing the knees over the toes. Lift up through the crown, sink the pelvis down. We're going to lift the hips up. We're gently going to come down to kneeling. So we're going to do our pincher pose again, and I'm going to show you different variations, different levels. So I'm going to show you, if I show you them first, and then you can have a go at the level that's right for you. If you're a beginner, you might want to use a book or a block, and you're going to hold the block with the L shape with your thumb and finger. So the same thing, you want to hold those forearms, L shape, and then from here, you want those elbows in line with the shoulders. You're going to lift the hips, you're going to squeeze the elbows together, don't collapse in the armpits, and you're going to walk the toes forward. And you're going to hold here for 5 breaths. That's beginner option. A bit of a harder option, a bit more intermediate, lift up, walk the toes in. You're going to inhale, lift one leg up for 5 breaths, exhale back down, lift the other leg up for 5 breaths, and exhale back down. So that's intermediate option. Harder intermediate option is to not use a block, and again, hold the forearms, rock forward, push back, and this time, you're going to walk the toes in, and you might just try a little bit of a hop. So pushing through the forearms, lifting up. So getting a little bit of momentum. But you want to be really strong for that one. So if you've not done this before, I suggest you get a book or a block and work the elbows in together, drawing the shoulders down, pushing up, and you're going to hold here. Off you go in your own time. Push through those forearms. So if you're doing intermediate, you will have lifted one leg up now. Keep lifting. And you want to also imagine you're not turning out at the hips. You're leading with the heel. And then exhale back down. Some of you might be having a little go at your hop. So you might be just getting a little bit of momentum. I'm going to come and have a quick look, see how you're getting on. Well done. Keep going, keep going. We're going to get there. We can also use walls. Well done, Emma. Excellent. Okay, gently coming back down. So we're going to have to do another inversion workshop. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do something for strength before we go into some stretches. If you've got 2 blocks or 2 books, they're going to help. I'm going to show you what it is, and then we'll work through it. So my aim is to work on a little Ashtanga jump back. So you're going to press through those hands onto your blocks. You're going to lift the hips up, and then from here, we're going to bring a bit of a cheat, bring our knees through, and then we're going to push our legs back. And then from here, you're going to fold one knee, you're going to lift the hips and bring the feet through. So a harder option, you want to push up and you want to keep going as far as you can before pushing out. And then use that core, bring one knee in, then the other, push through the hands, bring the feet through. If you need a much easier option, that's okay. I'm going to suggest pushing up on those books. You're going to walk the feet into a crouch, come into a plank. Bring one knee in, and then the other, and then bring, I have to do a little shuffle forward like that. Yeah, so I'll show you again. So an easier option, push up, bring into a little crouch, and then bring into a plank. Bring the knees in and shuffle your feet forward. Harder option, press through those blocks. You're going to squeeze the elbows in, lift the hips up. You're going to bring your feet back into plank. And then use that core. So you're lifting so you almost don't have to put the feet down. Have a little go. 2 more goes at that. Well done, you're doing super well. It's a bit of a strength one tonight. Okay, and relax. Good work. Food for thought. We're going to just draw the fingertips down so you get a stretch in your extensor. So we're going to do one more inversion, a hamstring stretch. You're doing super well. So remember, with that forearm balance, we will get there. It's all about that journey. You can also use a wall to help you. But it's having that strength in the upper body, okay, which you are all going to get. Right, we're going to go into frog pose. So this is a bit of a funny one, but because we're in our own rooms, it's okay, because we're in our own rooms. So it's a hip opener. So you're just going to bring your knees a little bit further apart. You're going to have your knees in line with your ankles and bring the weight onto the forearms. So you want to really check that the knees are in line with the ankles. Keep breathing here. Take one more breath in. Exhale. Inhale. And then you're going to bring the feet together and you're just going to sit back in Balasana. So a bit more of a wide-angled Balasana. Relax the forehead into the mat. The third eye, your creativity, your intuition. And take a deep breath. We're going to inhale, roll up through the spine. We're going to bring the knees together. We're going to bring the legs forward. Inhale, lift the ribs as high as you can. Exhale, bring the ribs over the hamstrings. If that's a bit tricky for you, you can get a jumper. Wrap the jumper around your ankles. Inhale, lift the crown of the head. Exhale, walk the hands along the jumper. You want the head in line with the hips, a nice straight line. So you want to imagine you're doing cow tilt in your hamstring stretch, and that won't compromise the length in your spine or your hamstring stretch. And if you're happy, you can relax forward. If you're very flexible, you can put your books in front of your feet. The same thing, lift the ribs up, exhale, scoop the belly, and reach for those books. You're going to flex the feet as much as you can, relax the head. We're going to inhale, roll up through the spine, exhale. Bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly. Inhale, crown of the head. Exhale, bring the head towards the feet. And again here, you can use your elbows to encourage those knees out into the mat. If you've got a lot of space, you can put blocks onto the knees and encourage those knees to squeeze those books or blocks or jumpers or blankets. And then bring the head forward. And again, activate the Mula Bandha, bring the belly to the back of the spine. We're going to inhale, roll up through the spine. Exhale, bring the knees together. We're going to go into a gentle second position. So you're going to allow the knees to come up to the sky. If you're struggling a bit with your posture, one hand in front, one hand behind, just to help you. So as we're stretching, you always want the knees up to the sky. We're going to flex the feet together. We're going to inhale, lift the crown of the head. We're going to exhale, walk the hands forward. So from here, you want to keep the knees up to the sky. It's going to be a stretch in your adductors. If it feels too much, come up higher and bring the legs in. The idea is you want your belly, you don't want to crunch, you want your belly flat to the floor. Inhale, lift up, exhale, walk forward. Keep breathing here, keep relaxing. Keep listening to your body. Have you pushed yourself beyond your edge? It's going to feel like a stretch, but not pain. Keep breathing here. Check those knees are up at the sky. Can you walk your fingertips a little further forward without going beyond your edge? Can you relax your shoulders as well? You're going to inhale, roll up through the spine. Exhale, bring the legs together. Good work. We're nearly there. We're going to go into into a shoulder stand and halasana to finish. I'm just checking the time. Yes, we're okay, all good. If I show you it once so you can see, and then you can go straight into it. So try not to move your neck into this. So you're going to inhale, lift up, exhale, whoops, take the clip off. Inhale, exhale, rock back. Create space for your lumbar spine. One elbow under, hand to lumbar spine, another elbow. Some of you might be here, so you've got the weight of your lumbar spine, that's okay. You might be able to straighten your legs diagonally, lighter option. Harder option is to walk your hands right up your spine. Now, your weight is on your shoulders. From here, some of you might go, oh, do you know what? I might lift one hand off. So that's a bit more of an intermediate. Or you might go, I might lift two. From here, you're going to bring your legs behind you. So I let my hips sink back a little bit into my hands, and then I'm going to come into my plough. Some of you might be here, that's okay. Keep the hands on the lumbar spine. If you're here, connect through the toes, interlace the fingertips. When you're ready to come out, bring the hands back on. Keep the legs as close as you can. Guide your lumbar spine back down through the floor. And bring the legs really slow. Control. Is that okay? Give me a thumbs up if that was all right. Was that okay? Yeah, you're there, good. Okay, go for it, go for it. I'm going to talk you through it. Try not to move your neck. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rock back. Find space, elbows, hands to lumbar spine. Stretch the legs. If you're comfortable here, walk the hands up the spine. You want the feet in line with your hips. Keep breathing here. Can you engage your adductors? So this will calm our nervous system down. And then we're gently going to let the hips go away from us and bring the feet behind the head. Don't worry if your toes don't touch. Keep your hands on your lumbar spine. If they do, interlace the fingertips. From here, if you're intermediate, you can also go into wide-angled plough. Or the other thing you can do, which is quite nice, is you can bring your knees into ear pressure pose. So that your knees are either side of your ears. And this pose is supposed to be nice and soothing and help us deal with being in a small space psychologically. When you're ready to come out of either ear pressure pose or wide angle plough or plough, hands back on the lumbar spine. Some of you might be able to just keep the hands either side of the spine. You're going to point the toes, draw the belly button in, and we're going to roll through the spine, moving really slowly, using every vertebrae. And go as slowly as you possibly can. Can you really pull the belly into the back of the spine? Really slow it down. We think we're going slowly, can we go even more slowly? And then we're all going to meet at the bottom. I've got my oven in front of me. Kitchen yoga, love it. And then from here we're going to bring the knees in. We're going to rock the knees downstage. Let the feet relax. We're going to windmill the legs. So this just releases the lumbar spine. We're going to do a little hamstring stretch. So we're going to work on resistance training. So you're going to need a strap or a jumper, if you've got a jumper. And it's quite good if you can roll it up. So I'm going to take one knee towards my torso, so my downstage leg. I'm going to bring my jumper around my ankle. I'm going to flex the foot. I'm going to extend and I'm going to point my upstage foot. This time you're going to pull your strap, not too hard, but with a little bit of resistance, and you're going to push your leg into the strap. So we're going to count 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was 5 seconds, but probably 2 breaths. And then you're going to relax, and this time, bring your leg towards you, relax into it. So you're not pushing away, you're drawing the leg towards you. And don't worry if your leg's like this, you're going to be a little bit higher with the height, that's okay. You just want the leg to be pulled up. And then we're going to go one more time. So you're going to push or guide that heel up to the ceiling, so there's a bit of resistance, and you're going to gently encourage with your arms the band or jumper down to the floor, so you've got that stretch in the hamstring. So we've got this two-way resistance. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and then exhale, gently bring your leg a little bit further. So hopefully this will increase the hamstring flexibility. And then gently take that leg out. We're going to swap to the other side. So we're going to go gently with the body. We're not going to force anything. So again, some of you might stay here and go, do you know what? This is enough for me. Yeah? So if the leg looks a little bit like that, maybe this is enough for you. Okay, so we're going to extend through the leg, flex the heel. And we're going to gently, with the hands, bring the jumper towards us. With our leg, we're going to encourage the heel up to the sky. So you're pushing with the heel, or guiding the heel away from you, so there's that resistance. We're going to breathe in, and breathe out. Engage your quads. Breathe in, and breathe out. And then relax, draw the leg towards you. And you point the underneath legs. And we're going to go one more time. So encourage the hamstring away from your band. Flex the heel. Breathing in. Breathing out. Can you flex that heel a little bit more? Breathing in, breathing out. And then you're going to draw the leg towards you. Be nice and relaxed. Not forcing anything. Keep the breath going. And then gently releasing that band. And bring the knees towards the torso. Two spinal stretches to finish. Elongate, down stage left. Bring your up stage leg across the body. Turn your head the opposite direction. So there should be a stretch in your lumbar spine. If your knee is off the mat, put the knee under the jumper. If that's too easy for you, you can push or guide the ankle into your upstage arm, so you've got a stretch in your quad. If that's all a bit too hard, you can bring the knees together. Be kind on the body now. Take a breath in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Draw the Mula Bandha, belly to the back of the spine. Exhale over to the other side. So, the lighter option is to bring the top arm onto the knee, onto the thigh even, encouraging them together. If you want to, you can stretch your underneath leg. Encourage this armpit into the mat. Can you elongate the toes at the bottom? If you can, with that release foot, you can push into the ankle gently for a quad stretch. And activate the belly, coming back through to centre. And we're going to go into relaxation now. So we're going to literally stay here for 1-2 minutes. You can have the soles of the feet together. You can turn your lights off. You can put a jumper on. You can put some socks on. And if there's a stretch or a posture you want to do now, if you want to do a crow or a crane, you can. I'm going to give you some relaxing music. you start to observe your breaths? Can you count your breaths in a round of 4? Every third time you breathe, can you think the quote, "May my body and mind be at ease"? For your 4th breath, can you think about the quote, "May all beings be at ease in body and mind"? When you're ready, just bringing a little bit of movement into your fingertips. You might want to move the muscles in your face. Move your jaw. Move your shoulders. And when you're ready, turning to your right hand side, moving nice and slowly. And when you're ready, bring yourself to a comfortable seated posture. Lifting the crown of the head up to the sky. And inhaling, palms up to the sky. And exhaling, hands down to heart center. May all beings be at ease in body and mind. Namaste. Thank you guys. Well done. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Jen.
No worries. Well done.
Great class.
Thank you for your practice.
Thank you.
And shout if anyone's got any questions. Let me know if you need any help with crows or shoulder stands or anything you like. You can throw me an email or a message, I don't mind. And
Okay.